is what it is.
There we go. Ain't go live. There we go.
Anywho, what's up,
Yeah.
everybody?
What's good? I definitely pissed though. But yeah, what's good? Hi. Red Cup Chronicles.
We need the
You know
AC to take us back.
Bro, got that red
Hey,
solo.
man.
What up, Carlos?
Two, you know what I'm saying? A little week break. Everybody come back smiling. I see the energy, the sun out in Memphis. Hey, come on, man.
Hey, bro.
Come on, man.
Bro, Memphis getting all the love right now for a change.
Sun's out, verses being dropped here and there. Subtle shade is being thrown in tracks, bro. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Glorilla is just repping the city to the fullest right now, man. It's
what a week for her, low key.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, honestly.
Nah, she done had a whole year. Hang on,
facts. True that.
Hey, but nah, shout out to y'all, man. I promise y'all this the name's Final Boss, man. # Final Boss. I promise we ain't playing that. I promise y'all.
It was not planned at all.
But when you linked in with your brother and your brother linked in with you. So let's get into it, man. First topic, we ain't gonna get right into the pod. You know, we like to have a little talk with y'all, a little chat, a little life story. So I was on social media yesterday. I was on IG just scrolling. And I just saw a particular song that I genuinely enjoyed, like hearing, right? And the song was One on One with Flex Washington and Kyla Pratt. And little did I find out, like, Flex's wife is the one that sung the song in the theme song. Fun fact. So I listened to it, and I listened to it, and I listened to it. Then when I watched that song, it's the same theme song like 10 times. So I'm like, bro, I love this song. So I came on, you know, everybody in the comments to ask y'all gentlemen, what song growing up or even now are you not skipping the intro? You let it ride, you let it rock.
All right, so the beat, to kind of be a little bit more specific, to kind of flesh this out a little bit more, he's specifically asking what TV show intro are you just absolutely not skipping?
You ain't skipping. Let it rock.
Hey, bro, judge me all you want to. That theme song for SpongeBob SquarePants was
that's up for Elvis Slap. It do. I swear. I swear. What a Ryan.
Hey, Ryan was had it.
Well,
yeah, bro. I'm gonna have to take it there, G. That's SpongeBob SquarePants joint, bro. I could hear that at 15. I could hear it at 35. Bro, y'all can play that on my deathbed, bro. I'm gonna rock that joint, bro. What a song!
You gonna come back to life.
Go right back to it was always SpongeBob SquarePants for me, bro. Like, and especially when DVR starts to get rolled out, and you could go back, bro. Don't let me catch the episode don't let me catch the show in the middle of the episode. I'm coming right back to the beginning just because I'm
rewinding to the beginning. There you go.
SpongeBob SquarePants, it is for me.
Bad.
All right,
Joe,
we got Ryan saying, "Hey, that Arthur intro do here too." Look, I thought Skylar was going a different direction with that one, but hey, if you're gonna judge, don't judge him. Don't judge me. That girlfriend's intro, bro. That's that jump for Elvis Slap. I have to hear it every single time. And anytime when the wifey is watching the show, she will literally come and get me like, "Hey, Trevor, they about to play the intro." Like, she knows that I messed with that intro.
Wow.
Hey, bro, I got another one.
Yeah,
Proud Family, bro.
Oh, easy.
Proud Family, yes.
Proud Family.
Shout out Beyonce and Solange for that. Yes, easily.
Proud Family. Cousin Skeeter used to go crazy. All that used to go crazy.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all this, bro. Like, anytime as a DJ, I can play an intro song and people get rocking. Proud Family was number 2, but y'all already know number 1. This is the goddamn Fresh Prince.
Yeah,
come on, bro. Like, I can play those to this day, and people gonna still.
All right,
they still gonna rock to it.
All right, here's one for y'all. Which Jamie Foxx intro?
What you mean with Jamie Foxx intro?
Remember, he had two different intros.
He switched it up.
Yeah, he switched it up.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did.
I'm gonna still go with the first one. I'm gonna still go with the first one. I like the first.
I think I'm gonna go with the second one. I think the second one.
They're both crazy.
They both slap. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
they both go crazy.
Gun to my head. Definitely gonna go with the first one.
Gullah
Island was yes.
Island. Yeah, you won, Ryan. You should have put up for this spot, Ryan. We're gonna have to get you on this one, bro. You should have put up on this one, bro.
The
Ryan
first
said the
one.
first one.
Dang, bro. We just dated ourselves, bro.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
I don't know
if said nothing in like the late 2000s. We owe the hell. We skipping the intro on everything.
Another good one, though. Another good one, of course, as days go by, the Family Matters. The Family Matters.
That's how I'm hearing shit. Like,
rest in peace. Rest in peace to the house, because of course, I think a couple years back the house was demolished. That was used to film Family Matters. So, yeah.
The more you know. The more you know. But nah, that was fun, man. I was like, man, I was like, watching. I was like, man, this would be fun to bring on the pod and, you know what I'm saying, start the show off with. But speaking of start the show off, man, let's go ahead and get into it. We came for the sports.
Real quick.
Amongst other things. What we got? One-on-one intro was lit. Yeah, that's what started this, Savage. That's what started this. This was definitely started. Like, I was like just online watching it. I watched it 10 times and that brought us here. So yeah, that. What up, Savage, man? What up? All right, without further ado, y'all, let's get into it.
Welcome to Let's Be Real Sports Podcast, presented by Let's Be Real Media. Watch us live on YouTube and Twitter, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at LBR_media. Also, subscribe to us on any podcasting platform.
What's going on? BLJ here, the best hype man in the NBA. Man, I'm here with Let's Be Real. Tune in. Hello.
Let's be real.
Yo, we are back with another episode of Let's Be Real, man. Your host, Tev Shakir, a.k.a. the Final Boss, man, a.k.a. Took, a.k.a. whatever you want to call me. Fellas, how y'all Saturday going?
Man, I'm good. We were just talking about intros. I can locate at this point, not skip that intro.
I know that. Hey, come on, man. Hey. On a Saturday.
Shameless plug. That's that Saturday morning plug. How you feeling like a kid again when you used to wake up and watch them cartoons?
Bro, I got the intro literally down in my head. That LBR intro go crazy too. If we being 100 about it,
man, 100.
It does.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, @_Scott since we're doing intros. My bad. I thought about the intro and got told.
Bro, you could, bro. You know how we do. It is.
It's that kind of fire, bro.
Yeah.
Sure. Trev, what's up, bro?
What's good, everybody, man? This is your guy Trev. Of course, I'm at the Art of Trevor. # Final Boss. My guy The Rock is back in WWE action tonight. It's WrestleMania. It's great. I'm lit. I'm gonna have my ceremony on me later on this evening. So yeah, we it's about to be a situation.
Nah, it ain't that, bro. Like you said, The Rock, and I immediately started thinking of how he was whipping up folks like Massa. Like he had the belt and was slashing him.
Oh,
like that was like
we got to lead on the footage. We got to lead on the footage because that's.
You didn't see? Oh yeah, Lito. Nah.
We got to. I'm gonna put it in the groovy. It
was like our ancestors channeled their energy through The Rock and had the championship belt. And was
no, it wasn't a championship belt. It was basically a weightlifting
belt.
You know how
whatever belt it was. It wasn't one of them it wasn't one of them mama whoopings. Nah. It was worse than that.
Bro, I don't know why, bro. I'm gonna date myself again. Y'all, as y'all are describing it, it made me think of Pootie Time. That's what that makes. That's
we owe, man.
We owe,
man.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we on Twitter live, everything except Threads, because while you're on Threads anyway, on LBR Media. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like, comment. Y'all been coming already. Appreciate it. Make sure y'all subscribe as well. Of course, I got to give a shout out to all our other podcasts as well. 3 the Harder Way. Of course, we got one coming. I think we're recording either Monday or Tuesday. Make sure y'all rock with us there. Jeans Report. Of course, wrestling this weekend. talk a little bit more about that,
Shout
Trev? I know you're
out to
ready
my
for
guy
that.
G's. Put the
Yes,
ones up
sir.
in the air. What's good?
If y'all rocking with the wrestling, right? Hey, let's rock with jeans.
It's lit right now.
It's lit.
We'll get to
Wrestling.
it later. We'll get to it later when I get my flowers out. So we good.
I got you, brother. Make sure y'all check out Ryan Harris. Of course, Ryan in the comments already going crazy. Jump Past Pod. Make sure y'all rock with him. Of course, I'm rocking the old merch, but I'm gonna drop in the comments, man. LBR Real Media. Excuse me. LB Real Media. That comment, that capsulation got me. LBRealmedia.com is where you can find our latest merch. Make sure y'all go rock with us. Again, I'm gonna put that in our comments. Y'all got an extra few dollars, man. Come on, it's tax season. You know what I'm saying? You rocking with us on an early Saturday Eve. You gotta be nowhere else.
You got your
rocking
refund.
with us.
Information changed. You got a little bit more in your refund than you did last year. So hey, why not?
So again, man, make sure y'all rock with us. Again, I'm gonna put that in the comments in just a bit. But of course, let's go ahead and start our show. Let's go ahead and give out our flowers. Trev, WrestleMania. Let's go ahead and do it yours, bro. WrestleMania.
Hey, look, all right, it's WrestleMania weekend. Of course, the Super Bowl of wrestling. Wrestling as a whole has been lit probably since 2024 hit. It's probably been lit for like a few years even before then. But man, just big ups to wrestling and all. Big ups to Black people in wrestling because we starting to take over once again. Of course, night 1 is tonight. Night 2 is tomorrow night. If you got Peacock or you linking up with somebody, go watch. Enjoy yourself. The Rock is making his return. You get to see 3 beautiful Black women team up, something you probably haven't seen ever in society. Take on 2 Japanese women and a New Zealand person from New Zealand, but it is what it is. So it's a spectacle. It's gonna be a great show, man. Just wrestling is for Black folks again, and it's lit. That's all I got to say.
Yes, sir. You got one?
Yeah, flowers to Marc Gasol, who's getting his jersey retired today.
Yes.
You know, the Court War is going to be in the building in the forum tonight. I think that's the first time that they're all be in the same room together. I think I saw the tweet said like 2016, 2017, something like that. So yeah, so plenty of people going to the game. I'm going to the game. It's going to be a vibe. So, hopefully the Grizzlies can play with more than G League players on the team and make the game at least somewhat interesting. But yeah, my flowers is going to Marc Gasol. Everything he did for the city, for the team, for the community, bro. Him and his brother. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the game. So yeah, it's to him in the Core 4.
First thing, bro, like that. Shout out to the YouTube, the documentary, dope ass documentary, and I think if y'all hadn't checked it out, Memphis May is pretty much showing how Memphis pretty much made Marc Gasol in a way, and not for lack of better words, but Mark of Memphis, man, and that's a big day for us. If you're a Grizz fan, make sure y'all rock out. Shout out to that after party. And watching the documentary, man, it felt like God was just on my side because it got to a part where Chandler Parsons was on like screen, and like you can have the captions up, and it literally says some people aren't grit and grind players, and it had him, and I screenshotted it. So make sure y'all go check that tweet out for sure. But number 2, man, with this G League, you might as well give them the jersey and let them rock out one last time. Let them have like the last 5 minutes of the game, man, before we, you know what I'm saying? Like the Core 4, I mean. Like, come on, man. Last 5 minutes, give it to us, man.
You gonna have Mike come down from Minnesota just one.
He here regardless. We can have the throwback jerseys. No, but for real, shout out to Mark for real, man.
I got one more, man. Speaking of the city, man, flowers go out to Glorilla, man, who's probably been just been killing it pretty much practically all of 2024, if you really want to be frank. Just this media tour that she's been on, from being at the White House with Joe Biden to her most recent interview on Club Shay Shay. And then of course she's going on tour with Megan Thee Stallion, has a new song with Megan Thee Stallion. So big shout out to Glorilla, man.
The album.
Oh yeah, another album. Just big ups.
100. Yeah, no, for sure. Globe been on a whole ride, bro, and I'm just excited for her, for real. Just to your point, bro, like the tours that she's done, the music that she's dropped, the Glow still go crazy. She had LeBron tweeting it, and rapping to it and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really happy for her. I just know. Do I want to?
Flash to Doc Rivers for giving me plenty of laugh about over the last week. Doc destroying our chances. I love it.
Hey, bro, that's
I
wild.
love it.
That is
I love it.
wild, but that is
It is Doc
on
Rivers
par.
season.
It's Doc Rivers.
I love it. So of course the title of the episode, just like that, I might delete this later. We a sports podcast, we get it, but we also like to give our opinions on certain things. So of course, Flowers, we still on the Flowers segment for sure, because Metro Boomin, he didn't have the whole year, and what I mean by year is like, of course we in 2024, but ever since the Spider-Man project dropped, which y'all know I still listen to that to this day. To even now, it ain't even been a year. So as far as music goes, he's controlled hip hop for the whole year for sure. But if you look back into it, y'all, his first song came out 12 years ago. 12 years ago. So he had a staple on our he had a staple on our college life, or like at least the ending of it. As a DJ, I was always playing a Metro song anyway. So of course, I just had to, of course, give his flowers to where they are 12 years in the game. And like it just showed like hard work and dedication. Like 10 years later, 12 years later, this is what you're doing, and like you got your imprint on hip hop. So definitely a flowers to Metro for sure.
One of my favorite producers, bro. Mitchell's going to go
hands down. Hands down.
Yeah, bro. Like I can't wait to be able to talk to the kids, you know, in 20, 25 years and just be like, yeah. Like I would hear a song like, yeah, that's Metro. Metro came out when I was in college. Like, so yeah, bro. I'm a huge fan of his. Huge fan of the project he did with Future 2 weeks ago. I haven't listened to the recent drop that dropped yesterday. But to your point, bro, it literally feels as if like he has the hip hop industry in the palm of his hands, bro. Like if you want your ish to drop, or if you wanted to get some heat and you wanted to do numbers, you have to pay some money. But Metro it is, bro. And or take Keith.
Of course. And the album comes actually next week. So of course he dropped. You'll hear about it.
Thank God.
It's number one everywhere. It's breaking records everywhere, man. But
yeah,
of course, and of course, if you rock with us on our last pod, I told y'all that a war was coming. If you listen, cool. If you didn't, now we're here. And you know what I'm saying? J. Cole finally responded. Pissed me off talking about To Pimp a Butterfly Was Born. I get it.
Hey, bro.
But I mean, the war is here.
Watch your mouth, bro.
Exactly. I mean, this is what we at though. Hip hop is back. Hip hop is alive. Shout out to Bryson Tiller dropping, but you know, we here. Shout out to Big Sean dropping a couple weeks ago, but we here. This is what the people want. This is what we want to talk about. So again, we're here. The Civil War started. I've aligned with who I believe is going to win, but it's all hip hop. And then Trevor, you know, we may delete this podcast later. Who knows?
Who knows, man? Who knows? Man, it's been a hell of a week, pretty much, in the music game for that matter. As my brother just said, of course, Kendrick threw his first shot, of course, which I didn't mind it, but at the same time, I'm like, could you have stood on business and did it on your own track? But you know, it is what it is. J. Cole, of course, being a student of the game, felt the need to respond and did. Wasn't really it was more like a jab per se, and almost like like bro, do you really want to do this? Because if we want to go there, we can go there. And again, so my man said, he said a war is coming. Now, I agree on To Pimp a Butterfly. It's not one of Kendrick's best works. I will say that. Now, would I call it boring? That's probably a stretch, but that's part of the game. Like, you're gonna exaggerate and lie on some shit. Like, but overall, as just a fan of music, man, I love it. Women, children, and Aubrey sit down somewhere. Let's let real hip hop come back. Like, everything is coming back. The stuff that we love is slowly coming back. First we got wrestling, now we got hip hop. I'll get to it later when we talk about the NCAA tournament. So yeah, man. But J. Cole, Kendrick, I guess we'll revisit it.
Yeah, I just love the energy. I'm not one to like pit one against the other. I'm not one to say I prefer this rapper over the other. I'm just a big fan of music, bro. And so if you talk about the big three, which is, Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole, bro, like for what all three have done for the music industry. And again, we talked about this a few weeks ago, so I'm not gonna like dive that much into it, bro. But like, I like stuff like this. Like we used to get this all the time, back when we were in middle school, high school, and like early college days. You would get the beats, and you would have somebody, say something on somebody's track or say something on their track, mixtape, album, whatever the case may be. The other person responds, and so you just kind of like in it. And so we, like, as a consumer, you just like, I just want to be in the comments. I just want to be alive to say that like I was there to witness, Kendrick say this, or Cole say this, or Drake say this, or Drake post his. but no, bro. Like I said, I'm not here to pit one against the other, bro. I just love it, bro. I loved what Kendrick did. I loved what Cole did. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just here for the music, bro. So shout out to Cole and his album. Really, really great album. Did numbers, really, really great numbers. I think his album. I think the last track on the album, I think, has the fourth most downloads, the fourth most download this year already, and it's just early April, right? So like, I'm just happy for all of them, really. I wanted to keep going.
Shit, it's gonna keep going.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely gonna keep going.
It's gonna keep going.
And I'm telling you, once you're gonna find artists switching sides, or not switching sides, but choosing sides. And even that's gonna create, even better music. Like hip hop.
Everybody turning on Drake already, so hey, it is.
and it's funny because he's an X factor, but it's like, come on, man, you call yourself the boy. It's time to turn into the man, bro. Like, what's up? What's up, Drake? Yeah. I've been rocking with you for forever. Let's get it.
Right on cue. Watch, like, bro, we waiting.
We wait, man. But again, shout out to y'all, man. Of course, hip hop is based on competition, bro. Like the lively of it. It ain't not gonna happen in the streets of physical harm. But as far as like the mic is one of the strongest weapons we got, and they using it, bro. And hip hop is back, and we gonna continue to watch and comment and pod on the sideline again until we delete this whole. So speaking of competition, let's get into it, man. March Madness.
All right, so we are nearing the end of the NCAA tournament. We just had the women's Final Four conclude yesterday. Got the men's Final Four today. So real quickly, lost my light, but hey, I'm still going to keep going. It is what it is. But yeah, so with the men's Final Four, of course, we have North Carolina State, Alabama, UConn, and Purdue. And the Final Four for the women's, which again concluded yesterday, was NC State also. Yes, the men and women, NC State made it. UConn, South Carolina, and of course, Iowa. That again has since concluded. We're going to have Iowa and South Carolina in the national championship. And I'll just get the men's one out the way because I know it's a lot we're going to talk about with the women's Final Four with both games that have transpired and just the tournament as a whole. But also, sure, I'll keep it short and sweet. Who you got in the national championship on, I believe it's on Monday, if I'm not mistaken.
For the same answer I think I said a week or two ago, bro. I just don't see nobody beating UConn. I don't like. And I think the only chance that the only team that potentially could do that is Purdue, but even still then, like with UConn having Donovan Clingan, like I think he'll be able to neutralize Zach Edey. And I think UConn is so well constructed in terms of they can beat you in a multitude of ways. They can beat you in a up and down high paced game, or they can beat you, in a grinded out first team to 62 points wins. And in whichever one of those styles they choose to go after, they're going to beat you by 20. I think their average win in this tournament is over 22 points a game or something like that, which is higher than what it was last year, right? So I just don't see anybody beating UConn. But I definitely want UConn versus Purdue in the national championship game. I definitely want that.
Yeah, I think honestly, because I even said it myself, UConn was probably was the best team in the nation. It probably has been practically since the season started. To Skylar's point, they're balanced. They can play any type of style of game on the offensive end. They can play fast paced. They can slow it down, grind it out. They're well coached. All of that. Now I did have them playing against Houston. Houston kind of let me down in the Elite Eight against Duke. But I mean, not in Elite 8, the Sweet 16, excuse me, against Duke. But it is what it is there. But I think Purdue to UConn would be a nice little matchup. So I got Purdue and UConn in the national championship. I think it's inevitable at this point, clinging against Edie. I think that's what the masses want to see, but it is what it is.
I'm gonna trust y'all word for it. No, I'm gonna trust y'all word for it. But I don't think the big fella DJ Burns will have anything to do with stopping Edie.
No, from the simple fact that like DJ Burns, from my understanding and from what I've seen, and do balling. Like let's put that out there. Do balling, and so has a really good offensive game, and I think he will be able to challenge or at least make Zach Edey work on the defensive end. My concern is DJ Burns' tank, right? Like I just don't see him having the wind, the stamina to be able to have the energy and the wherewithal to essentially you're gonna have to guard. He's gonna in some form or fashion, he's gonna to have to help guard Zach Edey. And Zach Edey's probably gonna play 37, 38 minutes of the game, and I just don't see DJ Burns being able to keep up with it. So I would hope so. Right, for the black people, I would hope so, but I just don't think they can win.
Yeah, stranger things have happened. DJ Burns and has been sensational this entire tournament. But I just think from what Scott's point, from a stamina standpoint, I don't think he's going to be able to hang with Edey for 30 plus because Edey's going to be out there for 30 plus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
good point. Wow, hey, I'm gonna hold y'all to it. Y'all got what's it, UConn and Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
They both number ones, right? Mm-hmm. When's the last time two number ones would have head against each other? It's been a minute.
Whew.
Yeah, it's probably been a minute. Yeah, it's
been a minute. And
it's safe to say that almost, I won't say every other year, a double-digit seed always makes the Final Four. So might want to think about that going forward for those that do fill out brackets still. Try to have at the very least an 11th seed in the Final Four. Don't even matter which one, just pick one. So. All right, but on to the women who tournament, I'm gonna be honestly was a little bit more has been more exciting than the men. But before we get to that, I think Sharky said it, Kansas Memphis. I believe. I got
2017.
2017.
I got 2017. That was Gonzaga in North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, Sharky probably did that straight off memory, which is solid.
Yeah,
I think that's about
I think that was the last
2017.
Time. It might have been the last time all the number ones made the Final Four. So, but yeah, back to the staying with the tournament, going on to the women's side of things. Of course, we had 2 great games last night, even 2 greater games couple of nights ago, where we just saw like the future of basketball and women's basketball just on full display. With Iowa, with Caitlin Clark, with LSU, with Angel Reese, Juju Watkins, who I've been raving about this whole time, who's a whole bucket. And then, of course, UConn in the redemption/revenge tour of Paige Beckers. So I just want to get I'll just pitch it over to Skylar. Just want to get your thoughts on pretty much the Elite 8 and the Final Four, and then we'll have our picks for the national championship tomorrow. Actually,
bro, I think this is the most like the women's game has been so good. The numbers dropped for last week's games between Iowa and LSU, which did a 12.3 million viewership, bro. 12.3 million views, bro, for that particular game, which is insane, bro. Like, I don't even think you aren't even getting that for NBA Finals games. So that just shows you the magnitude of like the stars that we're seeing, the Juju Watkins, the Paige Beckers, the Caitlin Clarks, the Camila Cardoso, like bro, just like the games have been so good, and you're seeing really, really like great play and coaching from that standpoint too, which I think isn't getting talked about as well either. But you're getting really good play from the players, but then you're also seeing the coaches at the top of the game. Gino is still there, right? Like Dawn Staley's still there. Moki from LSU, she was still there, and so like that just made the Elite Eight that much more exciting. And then you get to the Final Four, you had South Carolina both the doors off NC State, right? Not shocking, right? Like South Carolina has looked that dominant all season, and so you get the matchup between South Carolina and Iowa, which like I said, I tweeted last night, like. That's the matchup that we've all wanted to see. We've all wanted to see that since about November, December. And so as a basketball head, as a basketball fan, you got it.
Is that why the refs cheated?
Is
that why the refs cheated?
No, the refs didn't cheat. They called it right, regardless of if it's
it was the right call. Honestly, truthfully,
okay.
No, we'll get to how UConn got screwed momentarily, and it wasn't that because the ref made the right call. But go ahead, Scott.
The right call at the end of the day, bro. I even still then like that Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark matchup was solid. Like both Iowa's coach and UConn's coach made really good adjustments. They came out with really good game plans, and so that was a really good game. But like I said, as a basketball fan, sometimes you don't get what you ask for. You know, I remember asking for a Kobe and LeBron finals, right? I remember asking for that, never got it. Like there are so many things that you ask for, and the basketball gods don't allow it to happen, but they let those stars align. And so we get South Carolina versus Iowa on Sunday, which low key feels like a Super Bowl. Like even like last night, like working, going to get gas. Like people are like, yeah, I gotta get home and go watch the game. Like that's a Super Bowl type feel. And so, like I said, I'm excited for it. It's Sunday at 2:00, bro. I'm getting out of church and I'm going straight home just so I can watch the game. I'm excited.
That's perfect. That's perfect. And then it goes right in the night 2 of WrestleMania right after, man. That's a lituation tomorrow. Like hallelujah.
That's 12 that's 12 o'clock. That's brunch.
No, but to address what Tuke brought up was, of course, the UConn's final possession on that game against Iowa, to which a lot of people are debating that was the right call made with that illegal screen. And honest and truthfully, watching it back 100%, the right call was made. The chick had her elbows up, man. You're not supposed to have your elbows up setting the screen like that. And then, of course, the Iowa player, she did do a good job of selling it as well to kind of make the refs make that call. So kudos to her for that. However, where UConn got screwed, and Skylar and myself have been preaching this for the longest, the NCAA needs to get rid of that goddamn possession arrow because Caitlin Clark was fouled.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark was fouled with 1 of 2 from the line. Granted, UConn didn't box out, didn't get the rebound, but they forced a tie up. I would have much rather have seen a jump ball there to see who really wanted it. But because the possession arrow went to Iowa, UConn never touched the ball, never had another opportunity to win that game. So if UConn got screwed, it's because of that goddamn possession arrow and not the illegal screen that was called. Because that was the right call, the illegal screen. I'm just gonna keep it 100. But yeah, the NCAA got to get rid of the possession arrow and just go straight to a jump ball, man. And then we are already been preaching about the men's game. They need to go to 4 quarters as opposed to 2 halves. So that's where UConn lost the game. But overall, man, that game was one to be made. I'm excited for tomorrow's game against South Carolina. I think South Carolina is going to take it, honestly. But it'll be a dogfight. I think Caitlin Clark's going to come out, is going to put on one of her better performances in this game. But I just think South Carolina has been rolling all season, man. And you best believe Dawn Staley has a game plan for how to neutralize Caitlin Clark. Might not be able to stop her completely, but at least contain her enough to where South Carolina gets that W.
Yeah, because it's going to be UConn had a good game plan.
UConn definitely had a good game plan. That's why if Dino had a good game plan for you best believe Dawn Staley gonna have one.
Cool.
Took you got anything?
Nah, man. Y'all said it all. I actually did watch the Iowa game. I actually watched, so I can actually say that I watched more women's college ball than I did men's basketball.
Hey, bro. It's okay. You'll get there.
I get there, but now everything y'all said just about like just the average college hoops fan like myself. I call myself even below average. Like I'm invested in knowing where Caitlin Clark's gonna go. I'm invested in knowing where Angel Reese gonna get drafted to. Like I'm gonna be paying attention to Judy. Like I plan on going to a Mercury game finally because finally, and it'll probably be a Caitlin Clark game. So like I'm ready to see them go to the pro. But of course, here we are now. And Trevor, I think you have one more question as far as
Oh
March
yeah,
Madness.
March Madness in it, and I kind of opened it up for just the men and the women, because every year around this time there's a specific player or actually players on the men's and women's side who just caught your eye. Like you may not have been watching them all season, or they may not have been getting a lot of shine all season, for whatever reason that may be. Of course, the media calls them the tournament darling. So just to name a few from years past, Steph has been one. Of course, Kemba Walker was one. RJ Hunter was one. It is just a bevy of players that you might not have seen all season. Max Asmus was one, of course, with Oral Roberts before he eventually transferred to Texas. So I know probably Scholar and I have probably watched the tournament a little bit more than you have too. So
Of course.
I'll kick it to Scholar and just see men and women's side. Who would you say has been the quote unquote tournament darling this season?
Oh, tournament darling.
I mean, I can easily answer that though. They clearly just cheated for her. Oh, I mean, we had to talk about it. I'm sorry.
I mean,
cheat for her. They did
not. They did not cheat for her.
I would say I don't know who's the tournament darling, but I will say the person or the player that I watched a lot of, for the simple fact that understanding where the Grizzlies are picking, right? It's Donovan Clingan, the center for UConn, and so I've just watched. That's a player that I probably didn't watch a lot of. Again, I don't watch much college basketball outside of Memphis until February, March, whatever the case may be. So I didn't do much. I hadn't watched him play much, but he's definitely one of those players that I went into. I was like, okay, who's a top lottery pick in this tournament? Who's somebody that I can watch? And I watched UConn play about 3 or 4 times in this tournament, and he jumps off the screen every time. And so again, to be selfish, to say like, okay, like the Grizzlies are potentially going to have the chance to pick him, and potentially could use him. Let me look all into him, and like I said, he does what I think the Grizzlies need: shot blocker, 7-footer, guy that can bang with other centers and things like that. So he's somebody that, like I said, I've paid a lot more attention to than probably anybody else. He, and I would say DJ Burns.
Yeah, Clingan definitely. He's a more polished Big Steve. For those that quote unquote miss Steven Adams, so just kind of keep mind of that. Mines will actually go to DJ Burns, man. I actually, with him, Clingan, and well, I know we saw Zach Edey last year as well, but just the 3 of those guys, man. But more so DJ Burns, just what he's been able to do, putting NC State on his back since February to kind of get North Carolina State to the position that they're at has been nothing short of amazing. We've talked about it before. Hip hop is coming back. It's getting more competitive. Wrestling is back. And now the big man is coming back. So going forward, man, we're probably about to see a nice swift return to where basketball is actually played through the big man. Of course, with the spacing and things there of that nature of how it's played today. But just big shout out to DJ Burns there.
Yeah, his game against Duke, bro, was insane. That's like if you go back and look, I think Savage posted it and several people did, bro. That looked like Zach Randolph. That looked like Zebo.
Yes, he plays just like
that Zebo. Game was like, bro. Again, we talked about the core 4 earlier, bro. Like if you remember them Zach Randolph games where he was in the Grizzlies uniform, they had those stretches against the Thunder and the Clippers and things like that, and he would get the ball on the block, and it was good night season. Like that's exactly like how that game looked. So yeah, DJ Burns has been solid. He's been a really good story for real.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before we get into our sponsor for sure. I guess to answer the question, I still go Caitlin Clark for the fact that, when you think of college basketball overall this year, I think that is the one player that comes to mind, when men's or women, and she was, whether it's true or not, she was offered $5 million to go play in the big three. So that Caitlin Clark been doing the thing. You don't think it's true, Trev? I don't know, man. I don't know. Who knows?
I think the number was. I don't think the number was right. I'm gonna put it like that. I don't think she was offered $5 million. I think she was offered probably close to that. Probably maybe 2 or 3, but I don't think she was offered 5. Yeah, that means she'd been making more than the players that's already in the big three. So she wasn't offered 5.
Yes, sir. But we are in April, but of course, March Madness will continue at the end Monday. I'm gonna find somewhere nice out here and watch the game, and we're gonna go from there, and we're gonna take it there, bro. We're gonna have some good basketball to watch, and we're gonna hop right into it. Speaking of hoops, before then, let's hop into our sponsors at SeatGeek.
SeatGeek is the ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. When you use our code LBR Media, you will get $20 off your first SeatGeek order. SeatGeek scores each ticket selection 0 to 10 to let you know if you're getting a good deal or a bad deal. Click the link in the description to download the app, and remember our code LBR Media for $20 off your first order. SeatGeek, your route to high quality ticket selection.
All right, coming back from break, y'all know what time it is. It's time for our LBR P.o.Ps. Our players of the pod, man. We like to recognize hoopers that's doing it big on the court, at least from the last pod, the last time you seen us. You know what I'm saying? I go ahead and start it off. My guy Cade, even though y'all still disappointed me in my playoff Pistons, man. My man had 30 points the last 3 games. You know what I'm saying? 32 against Minnesota, 33 against the Wizards. I probably could have done that, but I ain't hating. And 30 cents against the Grizzlies, who actually like to keep their guards under they average. So, again, shout out to Cade.
Hold on, Cade had. Was that the first game or the one last night? Because I forget.
The first game.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, him and Jay Ivan had 30 apiece, and they.
No, he hadn't played. He hadn't played in like the last couple games, but before then, like especially since the last 5.
Okay, yeah, big shout out to Cade, man, and hang in there, Detroit, man. A change is coming. I promise, change is coming.
Something gonna happen.
Something has to happen. I'm still gonna be right
there. At
the
end of the day, that day gonna win.
Exactly. Nice one. All right,
I hate that it has so much meaning.
My LBR pop for the week goes to Domantas Sabonis of the Sacramento Kings, man. My man has been on a double tear. I believe he's had 30 straight games of at least a double. A few of those games were triple doubles as well. He's been instrumental in getting the Sacramento Kings back in the playoff hunt because they were on the outside looking in. But I think as of today, now they clinched the spot in the play-in. So they're gonna be a tough out in that play-in. So someone has happened to beat them twice, but Domantas has been just out of this world. And I think the most recent game, I might want to say recent game because I did watch the games this week. Unfortunately, they lost back-to-back games on the East Coast trip at Boston and at New York. But just I don't know what it is. When he plays against the Lakers, he just abuses Anthony Davis. It's not even a debate there. It's like he literally sees barbecue chicken when he sees Anthony Davis on the other end. But yeah, big shout out to Domantas Sabonis for a hell of a week and more than likely pretty much a hell of a season because 30 straight double-doubles, that's tough to do.
Tough to beat and easy money to win. I tell you that because it's been helping me win some money.
You ain't the only one, my brother. You ain't the only one.
That's a bonus double is easy work. But no, yeah, Sabonis has been balling, bro. Definitely, I think he's definitely underrated for sure. He doesn't get talked about much unless he does, play against the Lakers and then he does what he does against Anthony Davis. So shout out to him. Now, I will say. They tied with the Lakers for the A spot now, and so the Kings are struggling, and they lost. I think they lost. They lost in a row and lost Malik Monk. I think for the year.
Yeah, they lost Malik Monk for the season. Who was
it's about to get a little bit interesting in Sacramento, but yeah, the Kings have been good. That Western Conference standings is going to be that side of the conference standings is going to be crazy. I can't wait for the playoffs.
Yeah, the play-in is pretty much set
right
now.
Yeah.
It's Damn, believe it or not, it's between the Warriors and the Rockets for that last spot. Sheesh.
Yeah, and so the Warriors, they 10th, but they got a 4-game.
I think they have a 4-game lead right now on the
No 4-game
Rockets.
lead. Yeah. Appreciate that. The Lakers, they 9th. The Kings are 9th, and they actually got the same record. So, like y'all been saying, and the Pelicans are at 7. Shout out to the Suns escaping at 6. I don't want to see the Suns. Hey, let's keep it like it is, man.
Your scary hours over there.
Yeah, let's keep it like it is, man. So speaking of like it is, bro, let's get into I guess our last topic.
Let me put my LBR.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You say
let me go get this.
Hey, pimp mess up, brother.
Yeah, no, it's all good. My LBR player to par, bro. Joel Embiid. You already know, bro.
He bite.
I knew it.
Hey, bro.
He bite.
I'm only bringing it up just to be petty, bro. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up. I mean, he low-key ball, but it's not the fact that he ball, but they had 2 good wins this week. They beat the Thunder, and beat the Heat, and right now they're only a game and a half back of the 6th spot. So they could potentially avoid the play-in altogether, right? So that would I think that would be the goal if I'm the Sixers, if I'm Joel Embiid and Nick Nurse and Tyrese Maxey, is win as many games as you can to clear that 6th spot. And like I said, it's going to be interesting for sure. So, I had to give Joel Embiid his props for one, having the guts to come back, one, but then 2, to help his team, get those 2 dubs and potentially get even more before the season ends.
And for 3, making sure that we actually don't get a silver going against all the tall people and friends. I mean, goddamn. Thank you, Joel. I just want to see half of Joel. Just let who, you know what I'm saying? Do better host. Hey, Sharky, bro, you got to chill with that, bro. We had a nice emotional phone call the other day, and you going to hey, chill, bro. Chill, dog. Chill. But now,
I want them to get 6. I'll be here for that Cleveland Philly matchup. That would be nice.
Right, bro.
Like between 6 and 8 is a game and a half. Between 6 and 8 it is a game and a half, and 9 and 10 is like 4 games. So we pretty much got our play-in set. But 6 to 8, game and a half, and Shark said 5 games left. It's gonna be a nice little NBA week.
It's Doc Rivers season. That's all I gotta say. You
say it's Doc Rivers season? It is. It is. And you know who they go against in the playoffs ended now.
Hey,
what up, Sheedy? What up, Sheedy?
Assuming they beat Philly, because they got to beat Philly to get that 7th spot, which I think they can do. But
that's true, huh? They can do that. Joel sit out. We're gonna make sure Joel good for the playoffs. We you know what I'm saying, in case we need him in the play-in. We're gonna sit him out this one. Bet. All right, we good for PLPs. Any more players we need to, I guess, recognize? Hey, shout out to Wemby for them 9 blocks, 8 blocks, whatever you got against the Nuggets. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, no, bro. Is that the game he almost had a quadruple double?
Yeah.
Insane.
Shout out to Wemby.
Yeah, shout out to Wemby.
All right, so we can kind of talk about both, really. Let me ask y'all this, since we own the playoffs, right? What player is most likely not to make the playoffs? We're here now. Of course, the Lakers and the Warriors, we just talked about how they're close. When it could be a case where both of them don't make the playoffs. It could be a case where both of them cannot make the playoffs. It can go wild west. Who's more likely not to make the playoffs?
Are we picking between 2 players or just in general?
Between no. Between Steph Curry and LeBron James. I guess 2 teams technically, but here we are.
Oh boy, this is a tough one because I mean, as of how it sits right now, it all points to Steph not getting in. Because they still haven't secured a spot. They could still very well lose that spot to the Rockets with 5 games left in the season.
Hey, chill with that.
I'm just being honest.
Going too far.
Everybody,
did you not just see what happened last game?
Everybody is secure right now except them. They haven't locked down the spot yet in the play-in. So right now, the answer would be them. Until I see otherwise. Now, do I think they can escape the Rockets and possibly lock down the spot and potentially get in the play-in at 10? Yes, because I think the Rockets are not ready just yet. And of course, history has shown no 10th seed has made the playoffs since the play-in was instituted. So as of right now, I gotta roll with history. I'm gonna go with Steph. So
yeah, I think the answer is Steph and the Warriors from the standpoint exactly what Trevor just said. Like, I just looked at the standings because the Pelicans and the Kings have not played well and are trending in the wrong direction. So the Lakers, I mean, granted, right now they're tied for 8th, but right now Sacramento has 8th because they have the tiebreaker. But the Lakers technically can move up to 7 because the Pelicans are struggling, the Kings are struggling, and so they could actually move up to 7. Now, granted, they're still in the play-in, but the higher they go, I think all they have to do is just win one game. And so the thing that I've noticed about the Lakers is that the Lakers, well, I think a huge reason as to why they are such far down in the standings has because of the lineups that Darvin Ham has put out there. Like, if I don't understand why it took him so long to go to the lineup of D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, Rui, Bron, AD. I don't understand why it took him that long, but he kept giving Taurean Prince hella minutes for whatever reason. And so that's what, in my opinion, like that, I think that's a part of it. Granted, I think injuries was a part of that. And they just were not playing well. But I think that 5 is a really good 5, and it's probably one of the better 5s in the West. And so from that standpoint, I think at the end of the day, I think the answer to this question is the Warriors.
As long as the Warriors don't go against the Lakers, they'll make the playoffs. That'll be the only way that they don't. But for the answer to the question, I have to agree with you guys. It's definitely, I don't see the Lakers going home. I definitely see the Lakers in the playoffs. Skyler, you hit it right on the head. Like, that should easily be the star lineup, and probably should have been the star lineup for day one.
Yeah.
So, you're right. Taurean Prince getting minutes like he, needed. I mean, his energy is needed for sure. I don't want to disrespect him, but he was getting a lot of clock. I've seen it myself as well. But that's where we are now. And it's go time for Bron. It's go time for AD, who's been having an amazing season. I just can't see them not making playoffs. However, with the Warriors, I think with the, sense of urgency, the last 6 games the Warriors going to have to go through, they're going to have to win. Of course, they're going to have to win. But if it's one man that will beat the Warriors in crunch time when it's time to go and they ain't got Kevin Durant, it's the Warriors. So Lakers for sure in the playoffs. And again, if the Warriors don't play the Lakers, I do got the Warriors in the playoffs as well. If that answers the question, that was a good one. Mm-hmm. And speaking of Brian, real quick thoughts, and we're definitely in the power right here. Bronny entering the draft, or y'all think he's going to college? What y'all think Bronny gonna do? Let me ask you this. What do you think he's gonna do, and what do you think is best for him?
It's best for him to go to the league.
Okay.
If there's a market for him, if he's going to be a first-round pick, and for half a second, let me take the name out of it. I've always been of the mindset that if you are an NBA player and you are almost locked to go in the first round, you should go.
Mm-hmm.
You should go. And I feel like somebody tweeted this yesterday, but crap, what's the point guard that said it? Anyway, no, not Gilbert. Jeff Teague.
Jeff Teague
had a really good analysis on Bronny, which was
he did. Mm-hmm.
Like, he's an NBA player, not necessarily a college basketball player. Which I think he went on to say, like, in college basketball, you low-key got to be a bucket getter. Like, mm-hmm. You got to be able, like, yeah, this is my moment. I'm gonna take the ball and get it out the way. Versus that's not necessarily his game. Like, that's not how his game is stamped, right? His game is more so, I can play defense, I can get rebounds, I can get assists, I can get you 10 or 15 points a game, whatever the case may be, and I'm going to give you that in a multitude of ways and probably shooting that. And so I think that's just naturally what his game is. So at the end of the day, regardless if his name is Bronny or Tevin or Skylar, if he's a lock to go in the first round, he should do it. I've said that about anybody.
I honestly felt he should have done it regardless. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I think as of right, I think as of right now he's projected in the second round, but I think that can definitely change as we start the year towards the NBA draft. But yeah, I was gonna actually use the Jeff T point as my point as well. And I watched a few of USC games as well, and he just doesn't look like he's the college type because he's not a big time bucket getter. Like he's one of those players that if you are a contender and he just so happened to fall to you with that pick, like you can draft him and he can come in and contribute right away, and just play a specific role that you need him to play.
He gives Josh Hart vibes. I was sitting there trying to think, like,
Okay.
he gives Josh Hart. He gives Josh Hart vibes.
Yeah, 100%.
Josh Hart's gonna give you. You said no.
I said no. I said man. Like I was just thinking, like I bet him to get 17 rebounds and assists, and he got that. Like you know, what I'm saying? So I'm like, man. Okay.
If you think about Josh Hart's he's gonna jump into the crowd, get you a loose ball. He's gonna rebound his butt off. He's gonna be able to set his team up, and then Josh Hart gonna get to the rim a couple times, and he's gonna probably knock down a couple threes. That's what Bronny is.
That's what Bronny does. Yeah. So yeah, at this point, just he made the right decision at my point because it was only gonna get worse if he decided to go back to school or transfer somewhere else.
And of course, like the professional aspect of it, like he is LeBron's son. Like, of course, he knows what it's like to be in the league, around the league, well, not in the league, of course, but around the league, and just be around the players and everything like that. So I think that vibe's right. I think y'all are absolutely right. I'm gonna ask y'all this though because he is meeting with, I guess, some NBA scouts. He has hired, I guess, a manager or whatever the case. He's eligible to come back to college next year, but he's going to try out in front of scouts. So are y'all expecting the scouts to be impressed by Bronny or do y'all expect him to go back to school? Like, do y'all expect him to be announcing, hey, I'm finna go to Ohio State or Memphis, like I've been saying? What do y'all expect?
Let's be clear. I would love if he came to Memphis because Jesus Christ,
I would love it.
I still think he's going to go to the league. I think he's doing the right thing, and it's the people on social media or the people that aren't familiar with this process that makes me mad and think that like their opinion is right. Like again, what he's doing is what everybody else is doing, which is I had I came out of high school highly ranked, and I had an okay to decent freshman year. So let me just test the waters to see where I'll be in the draft, what scouts are saying. If they're saying, to your point too, they're like, hey, you should probably go back and work on this. Or like, hey, maybe you're projected to go second round. Then, okay, then maybe you take that feedback and then go back to school. But again, at the end of the day, when you are a first round pick, that is guaranteed money. And so you take that. Like, if like, I don't understand how it's a bad idea. Because he would go back to college to do what? Average another 8 to 10 points a game, another 3 or 4 rebounds a game, another 2 or 3 or 4 assists. Like, he's going to go back to college to do the same thing. So, like, why waste a year? Like, I don't understand people's logic sometimes.
Yeah.
God damn, if the Ignite was still around, we wouldn't be talking about this. But anywho, y'all hear Kenny Smith making the pipeline, for lack of better words, to get players out there like LaMelo did. And where LaMelo Ball went?
Lithuania?
Lithuania, yeah. He created a pipeline for like athletes high schoolers to go straight to Lithuania for a year and come back to the league. Like, that's something y'all think that'll work?
So basically,
because it was more than LaMelo Ball that's done it, by the way. That went to the way.
Brandon Jennings has done it.
I don't see it. It doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't see it.
It doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. We're talking about that. Shout out to LaMelo. Shout out to Lonzo. Get well soon, both of y'all, because goddamn. Goddamn. Well, man, if y'all ain't got nothing else, I ain't got nothing else. We good?
I'm good.
All minds are clear.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, man, appreciate everybody for rocking with us. Of course, make sure y'all rock with us. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, comment. Y'all been doing that already. And again, we appreciate it. Let your homies know. Early Saturday morning, we got the early morning Saturday theme music to be. This will be the theme music that you tell your kids about one day. You never know. You never know. Make sure y'all follow us at LBR on everything, but LBR Media, LBR _media on everything but Threads, because why are you on there? Make sure y'all check us out. 3 the Hardaway. We record Monday, Tuesday. We'll let y'all know for sure. Shout out to the Jeans Report. Shout out to the guy Ryan Harris, Jump Pass Pod, and of course in the comments I put where you can buy merch. You can't buy this one because this is older, but I had to represent for the day. Make sure y'all rock with us, man. If you rock with us, make sure you help us out, and you be holding something that'll have value one day. You never know. I am the one that called Dev Shakir, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us, fellas.
Oh,
oh shit!
I didn't know if Cuz was a
He was doing a fusion. He was doing a fusion. The fusion dance.
I didn't know if he was I didn't know if he was recording. I didn't know what Cuz was trying to do.
I was trying to point at Scott. I was like, "Go ahead, bro."
Yeah, no,
all you gotta do is this.
Look at that. No, @ Scott Lee on Twitter, man.
All right, I'm at the Auto Trevor. Of is a preposition, so you know what not to do with it. Kind of fell behind on Let's Be Real Gaming. I got like 8 videos I gotta finish editing, but once I'm done with all these junks, it's gonna be like a mass drop of stuff. So be on the lookout.
All right, WrestleMania, Trevor.
Of course, WrestleMania tonight. Of course, night 1. Enjoy it. It's gonna be a spectacle. It's gonna be a show. Do what you do. # Final Boss. Night 2 is tomorrow. And if you can't watch WrestleMania tonight, make sure you at the FedEx Forum, obviously for Marcus Saul's jersey retirement.
For sure, I'm in there.
Sounds good. Well, again, appreciate everybody for rocking with us. Same place, same time next week. Peace.